Hey there, guys. I'm Cody Mayo, and this is Cigar TV. And on today's episode of Cigar TV, we are doing another cigar review. Today's cigar is the 601 Kryptonite. Now, I don't know about you, but Kryptonite seems to be a pretty useful substance, but very hard to get a hold of. You know. Okay, so 601 Kryptonite. It is a beautiful cigar. The wrapper itself is this nice color of green, uh, almost emerald green looking. The wrapper is pretty much a combination of both light and dark green shades. The 601 Kryptonite logo there is in a darker, more shinier type of, I guess you'd call it like a foil type shininess to it. So it really makes it pop out whenever you're looking at the cigar itself. So I thought that was pretty nice. The ashes are nice compacted together. Very light colored ashes. And the burning on it is very, very even. Yes. So, the cigar itself is a Churchill size or length cigar. It has tobaccos from Nicaragua, and the leaf itself is like a Habano wrapper. Yeah. So let's get down into the flavors of this cigar, and we'll go from there. So, whenever you smoke one of these Kryptonites, it's not going to be a full powered cigar, it's more of a medium body cigar. So it's more mellow than uh, most cigars that I usually smoke. But that's okay because I like to have mellow cigars every once in a while. And just because it's mellow doesn't mean it doesn't have flavor to it either. This cigar actually has good flavors. It's kind of earthy. I would say a little bit of a pepper taste, but not that strong. It's very, very light. Uh, let's see. I think there's somewhat of a wheat type taste to it. I'm not too sure on that, but I think I catch like a hint of wheat and a little bit of a tea leaf type of taste to it as well. So, altogether, the flavors of the cigar is actually pretty good. Uh, Most of it, whenever I tried it back when I got them, they were kind of really bitter tasting, and I chalked that up to just because they were shipped, and I just got them in, so they didn't have time to like rest or anything. Like the humidification was kind of off, but now that they've had a little bit of time to sit and relax and stuff, get rehumidified a little bit, the flavors actually come together quite well. Because the first one that I had, it was pretty bitter tasting. And it wasn't like a bad bitter, but at the same time, I wasn't too sure about if I was going to like the cigar or not. But it has actually grown on me because now the flavors are more uh, pronounced than what they were whenever they arrived originally. So yeah, the draw on the cigar is really good. Uh, haven't had a bad cigar yet with the drawing. So yeah. If you have to uh, set the cigar down and it goes out and all that, and you have to go and relight it, I would have to say that it's not going to have a bad aftertaste to it. Surprisingly, it actually has a. It doesn't. You don't get that burnt taste that you would on an average, like cigar or cigarette, what have you. Um, Whenever you go to relight the cigar, of course it's gonna have like the ambers that fly off, whatever. Um, but other than that, you actually get the same flavors you got when you first initially lit the cigar itself. So, in a roundabout way, no matter if you just light it up for the first time or you have to go back and relight it up like once or twice, because you had to go do something, you have to set it down and all that, which is understandable because that does happen time to time. And if it's one thing I hate doing, it's having to relight a cigar. That's just because of that harsh, like, burnt taste you get right at the beginning. And sometimes that doesn't go away. So it just really depends. But yeah, let me get into what the package was that the cigar came in. So, with a number of my cigars that I get, or have been getting here recently, it's been in a awesome jar here. Same design like on the label of the cigar, uh, with the same color patterns and stuff. On the container, I kind of see more of a tinfoil-y looking shininess to the overall design of this jar than I do on the wrapper. But that's just because I think there's more surface area and it's easier to get more of the spots and shades that you want shiny to be more shiny. Right along the lid here, you got even more detail, almost like a woven pattern going around the top part with this logo right here. So that's pretty cool. Like most of the jar cigars that I get, it has this pressure relief valve right here that allows you to take the top off to get to your cigars. And as usual, you can take one of these jars after you get done with it. You could remove the wrappers if you want, but I think that's what makes the jars interesting. But you can reuse these as miniature humidors if you really wanted to. Just throw one of those humidification packs in here, and you're good to go. It is plastic, so it won't break if you drop it. I mean, it probably will if you drop it like really hardcore like, but in most cases that doesn't usually happen, I would hope. So yeah. So this cigar and the package it comes in a jar of 20, and I believe it was about I think it was about like $75 to be honest. I'm not too sure on the price, but it is a good buy, especially if you've had some of the 601 products. They're just really good cigars. Haven't had one yet that's had a bad draw to it. They're all really good in that aspect, and they all have pretty good flavors to them. And if you can tell, if it's showing up on camera okay, the cigar can be awfully smoky too. Uh, the cigar time time to smoke the cigar is about an hour to an hour and a half, depending on how you smoke it. You could definitely smoke this in 30 minutes if you really wanted to. Say if you're driving to work or something in the morning, or coming home from work in the evening. Uh, it's also a good cigar for like your first cigar of the day or the last cigar of the day, depending on what you're feeling, like your mood or what you just ate or whatever. It can be a nice, relaxing, mellow cigar to start the day off with or end the day with. So yeah, that's the 601 Kryptonite. You know, so it's a good cigar, and I would recommend getting it. This is one of those cigars I've only seen online. I haven't really seen them in any regular shops, but if you look around hard enough, I am sure you can find them in shops. But I've only seen them online so far. But yeah. So if you like this video and would like to see more videos like this one, please hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell below the video to subscribe and to stay up to date on all my upcoming videos. Also, if you want to know a little bit more about this cigar or have any follow-up questions about the cigar, please leave the comments down below in the comment section. Also, if you have any future topics for cigar brands, tips, tricks, and just anything cigar related, or you want to ask me something that you want to know about me, go ahead and ask me those down in the comments as well, and I will do my best to get back to y'all in a timely manner on that. If you would like to know what I do in my day-to-day life and have some fun behind the scenes stuff on Cigar TV here, please follow me on Instagram. That's Cigar TV 91 on Instagram. Well, until next time, guys, stay safe out there and stay smoky.